The Colombian Exchange is not trade. You have to know there's a difference between exchange and the word trade in this, because it gets messed up in your head. So let's talk about that for a second. Now, when you're talking in APUSH, you need to know about the Colombian Exchange. You need to know the causes and effects into America and Europe. Now, when you talk about the Colombian Exchange, it's the exchange of three different things, okay? It is plants, it is animals, it is disease. Some of those are good, some of those not so good. Now, let's talk about the Americas, okay? So the three sisters, right, which is going to be corn, squash, beans, big time foods that was used by many, many natives. Now, these were native to America, and they were taken by Europeans to go back to Europe with. The result? Increased diet, increase of population. And this is what you have to remember. More food gives more nutrition, which gives a longer lifespan, growing the population. Another effect was actually growth in these type of economies, because it created the opportunity for joint stock companies. We talked about the maritime technology that allowed these longer trips, right? The compass, the astrolabe, the carracks, the caravels. Those things helped get those voyages over the seas. But then there was something else along with that. These joint stock companies that were provided. And what those are is people as investors investing into the new world to create wealth for themselves. That changed the economy in the Americas as well as in Europe. So the good is this. There are foods like corn, potatoes, squash, beans going from Americas to Europe. Europe was bringing back things like wheat, which is going to turn out to be very good for the Americas. That's a part of the Colombian Exchange. But then there's the disease one, kinda one-sided. So because the Spanish were taking over and they had been a part of European epidemics in the past, over time there had been some immunity that had built up, okay? And because of that immunity buildup, that they weren't susceptible to these diseases, they could carry it without having it affect them, and that leads to the natives that are in America. The natives in America never had to deal with the plague or anything like that, and so once the Europeans, like the Spanish and eventually the English, they come in, it starts spreading the disease, things like smallpox and measles. They were devastating to the native population. That effect is called the Great Dying. You need to make sure that you know that term, and that was where the Native Americans over time were losing 70, 80, 90%, in some cases on islands, 100% of the native population. Colombian Exchange, the good and the bad, now you know your frickin' history. Peace.